In my initial planning, I used a service called SurveyMonkey, which allowed me to make my own survey that I could promote on my Facebook page and therefore gather information about my target audience. I found this incredibly useful as I have a range of people on Facebook, all of different ages and genders, and lots in different countries too, so it was nice to get an opinion from overseas. In the end, I got feedback from 30 respondents of all genders and ages, which was helpful in securely determining my target audience. This was such a great resource, however, I do not think I used it as well as I could have. On looking at questions my peers had used, I realised some of mine weren't that good in getting specific answers. For example, some had asked specifically what attracts them to an artist or a video, or what makes them relate to one. This sort of question may have been useful, as from feedback I have gathered lots of people don't fully understand my video, and I could have avoided this. I also think I was highly limited, as SurveyMonkey only allows a maximum of 10 questions, which restricts the amount of in-depth research I could receive. In regards to the content, I used online newspapers and forums to gather quotes and headlines for the cut-out strips of paper in the vomit scene. Online forums allow people to speak their mind and debate about things that interest them or concern them, in this case, their anti-consumerist values. On one website, which was a local newspaper running in small-town Canada, I found the quote, "Simplicity is not sacrifice," which I think captured the essence of what I was trying to say. I also really liked the idea that I was gathering information and quotes from people all over the world. I plan to use other statements in my video, but the one I chose was more striking and poignant on its own. As well as this, I used YouTube as a place to search for inspiration and revisit things I had seen before that I was trying to recreate the feel of. I included a lot of inspiration on my blog. When creating my CD cover and website, I visited a lot of artist sites, some of the same genre of music, some not, to see what was included and how it looked stylistically. Lady Gaga's website, as one extreme, is all about product placement and advertising her products from different mediums. As soon as you log onto the page, an advert pops up for direct links of where to buy her latest albums and DVDs. The design is simple in that you can find your way around, but it is also bold in colour and themes and images. Laura Marling, on the other hand, has a wonderfully simple site, with plain colours and simple links. This is what I base my artist site on. The internet is also an ideal place for promotion and distribution. For example, I put my video and survey up on Facebook and got so many hits and feedback via this link. I used different cameras in the construction of my product, an HD digital video camera and a DSLR. The latter proved quite problematic. There are many different factors that have to be dealt with precisely when it comes to technology and these types of cameras in particular. For example, the right type of shutter extension lead in the camera, and a camera that is compatible with the software I was using on the laptop, in this case iStop-Motion. Arguably, I made my own technology, although it was more like equipment. I constructed a device that allowed me to have the DSLR perfectly vertically over my animation scene. I used 2 thin strips of wood balancing on 2 conveniently placed shelves either side of the room, then made a frame to lie on the strips and placed the camera in that. We learnt a lot about lighting in our practical lessons, all about the positioning of lights and how one on a subject is not enough. You have to have them from precise angles to be lit properly. We discussed that there was both a conventional way of lighting for something like a talk show on television and an artistic way of lighting for something like a film noir piece. Before the actual construction of our product, we had a few preliminary tasks, including editing while shooting, which demonstrated the importance of knowing exactly where your subject was in the last shot and trying to replicate that in your new one to make it appear seamless with good continuity. We also had a small stop-start animation task, which I was not very good at, possibly because I was too ambitious with what I was trying to achieve in a short amount of time. However, I learnt from this and learnt that you can still be creative while keeping things simple. I think it is quite ironic and paradoxical that in creating a music video about the death of art and simplicity by technology, so much technology is used in the production and distribution. While I express my beliefs through the video and the song about the dangers of depending on and trusting technology, I also understand the importance and benefits of it.